I'm Jamie J. Carr and this is We Built This City, where I talk to young people in the construction industry. So Sean, what's your job title?
My job title is a health and safety officer.
What is that, Sean?
So a health and safety officer role is just to make sure that everyone is working safely out on site, and at the end of the day they're getting back to their families safe and sound.
How serious do you have to take your job, Sean?
Serious now, like there wouldn't be any messing on my site now. Everything's serious, get the job done and get home.
Sean, what does your day look like?
Well, it would be a split, so it would be working in the office, making sure that the paperwork is in place for all the tasks going on out on site, and then it would be going out, doing my rounds out on site, making sure basically no one is doing anything stupid out there.
What's the best thing about being a health and safety officer, Sean?
Well, my favourite thing about being a health and safety officer is I get to meet people from all around the world with different skills and specialities, and it also allows me that if I wanted to, I could also travel abroad and do this trade in other countries around the world.
Nice. Who's the most crack on site, Sean?
Well, the first one that springs to mind would probably be the ground workers out there, because they've got a messy job, they're out in the cold and the rain, so they kind of make light of the situation, so I would probably go with the ground workers.
Brilliant. So Sean, what are some big jobs you've worked on? What are you proud of?
The biggest job for my company, it was worth over 200 million euros, so that was a big achievement for me.
Jesus, why?
Well, if I told you that, Jamie, I'd have to kill you.
Jesus. So, what type of person would enjoy the job that you do?
Well, the type of person who would enjoy the job would be someone with good interpersonal skills, because you're dealing with a lot of people, not just from Ireland, but all over the world with different skills and specialities.
Do you think I'd be good at it?
We'll see how the interview goes, Jamie.
Sean, what would you say to young people who may be interested in getting involved?
I would say to young people just to jump in, go for it, because there is a lot of variety in the job. There's something for everyone. There's great training opportunities out there to get involved. Working on all different types of sites, and the crack is great in the construction industry.
Sean, what do you enjoy about your job the most?
Well, for me, being a health and safety officer, the part I would enjoy the most is meeting people from all over the world with different skills and specialities, and also being given the option that if I wanted to travel abroad and test my skills in a different country.
Nice. What would you say to anyone thinking about getting into health and safety?
I would say go for it, because there's lots of opportunities, there's great variety in the job. You could also go abroad and test your skills in different countries as well.
Nice. What's the one thing people assume about your job?
Well, there is a big perception with health and safety, where they think we would be the policeman who would go around on site telling people off, but for us that's not the job. The main point of our job is to make sure everyone goes to work, works safely, and then gets home safe as well.
So who's the best crack on site?
I would probably go with ground workers, probably for me, because it is a messy job out there. They're outside, so they could be working in the cold, like today, or the rain, so they have to kind of make light of the situation, so I would go with the ground workers.
What's fun about being a health and safety officer?
Probably having the crack on site, coming in every day. I'm excited, looking forward to going in and seeing what new stuff awaits me when I get to the office.
Do you ever just make up your own rules for the crack?
Couldn't be doing that now, Jamie, no. Couldn't be doing that.
What is the dream for your career?
Well, the dream would be, so since I've started off, I've already moved from a junior up to a health and safety officer. So for me, the progression would be onto a senior health and safety officer, and then hopefully running the health and safety department.
Nice. What's the one thing you can't believe that you do now?
It would probably be the public speaking, because public speaking is a big part for a job. We're talking to people on site. So every time I finish an induction, I'm kind of amazed with myself that I'm able to get up there and stand in front of people and kind of talk my way through the different aspects that are going on out on site.
Have you gained confidence being a health and safety officer?
Yes, I would say I did, yes, because you're dealing with all different types of people out there. You're having to speak to people. You can't be in your shell. You have to make sure that you put it across to everyone that you're there to talk to if they do have any issues or queries out on site.
Can an introvert become a health and safety officer?
I would say definitely, because even when I first started, I was a bit shy. I wasn't confident about talking to people. But once you get your feet under the table, you kind of come out with your shell there, and you're more confident about becoming a health and safety officer.
Brilliant. What's the most satisfying thing about being a health and safety officer?
Most satisfying thing would probably be you're kind of there from the start of the building. You get to see it grow up, and then when it's finished, then you can kind of see that you've been a part of a team, that you've helped build the building.
Do you take a bit of pride in that?
Probably that you've provided, say, accommodation, so say like houses or apartments for families that may be struggling out there. So that would probably be the biggest satisfaction I will get from the job.